No undies?
No, I went into my wardrobe because I don't know how you operate your clothing situation at home, but I have to keep all my clothes in the kids' room because my wife takes up all of the space in the grown-ups' room.
That's right. And if your kid's asleep, you don't wake.
I can't go and get my clothes. But actually, there was no undies. I went to the cupboard, but 'twas bare. No undies left, of course, because the missus had yesterday off because it was Valentine's Day. She doesn't have to do the washing on Valentine's Day. And,
very, very similar sort of setup in my house in terms of our bedroom. My wife, I would say, would have 2/3 of the space.
Oh, is that all?
Yeah.
You're going well.
But I have an undie sock drawer.
Yeah, which has got 8 billion pairs of socks in it. Have you struck?
Well, funny you should say that, actually, because today I had to steal some of my wife's socks.
Undies.
And her own. Oh, no, that's a choice. I mean, I've got.
You didn't have to, but you do.
I've got my own undies.
Yeah.
But sometimes I just like that silky feel, Mike. You know what I mean? And particularly in this sort of humid weather we've been having, silk is so much nicer.
Even lace.
Oh, lace, so much more pleasant than your man jock.
I actually used to have, I had so many pairs. I had a lot of Calvin Klein undies for some reason.
Yeah.
I'd get them for my birthday and Christmas, so I always had a good stock. But then I think they've changed their recipe because I am fucking flying through them at the moment. Burning holes in the arse, Keezy.
Yeah. Well, that's
very
all,
thin in the arse.
That's all the cats you're farting on, probably. But no, I go the big sort of multi-pack sort of gruds.
Yeah, I don't.
You know, the rolled up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I know you're a bit more with your undies,
I wouldn't mind, my missus being attracted to me. So that's why I go with sort of the
do you still care about that?
The ball huggers.
Yeah.
That sort of
thing.
Oh,
no, I go for the ball huggers.
Oh, you do?
But they just not the labelled ones.
Right.
Yeah.
Are you guys like me in that you only get undies for Christmas or birthday? You never actually go and buy them yourself?
Yeah, it's pretty rare.
Yeah,
I put them on the list
rare.
so that I get them every year.
Yeah. Very rare.
Because actually what would happen was I had a member of my family that would always buy me something each year, and it was always shit.
Right.
So I've put that person on undies duty.
Right. Yeah, no, good call.
Yeah, and that's really...
Well, as I say, there was a tradition in my family in terms of my dad and my granddad was for birthdays and Christmas.
Toblerone.
Scotch socks and a scorched almonds.
Yeah, no, well, socks and scorched, that was my nana. And my dad and my granddad were undies and scorched almonds.
Right.
Yeah.
Just wrapped up.
Yeah, because remember you gave that to us, right?
Yeah. And my dad was a big fan of the scorched almond, as was my grandfather, actually, Brum.
Because you're telling me, because Brum used to be in the retirement home, didn't he?
Yeah.
And so he would just leave scorched almonds out, a trail of scorched almonds.
Yes, he would.
That would lead to his bed, and old ladies would go along picking up the scorched almonds, and then he'd just fold them over his bed.
Brum would. Because I have heard he was quite a...
Oh, no, he was a rooter. He was a real Lothario.
He was a hell of a lovemaker.
And I tell you what, that's genuinely true. He had a number of girlfriends in the retirement village.
Yeah.
Right.
He didn't stop. And he, right up till, because he lived till his late 90s.
Yeah.
He was still going strong.
Really?
Yeah. Massive. And he was hung.
Hung Brum.
But 96, they hung him.
Well, no. He was, let me just say, he was hung.
Oh, large penis.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Sick.
But anyway,
the oldies
along.
love that, eh?
Oh, they do.
There's nothing an 87-year-old woman wants than a humongous piece.
and also when you consider, Mike, too, as you get older, things tend to shrink and sort of suck up a little bit.
Well, I think
not
it's to
for his case.
I think it's
just
to the advantage.
Down.
Yeah, that's right. Gravity stretches it out.
Yeah.
You might suffer some thinning, but certainly some lengthening.
Yeah.
And some elongation of the ball bag.
Some serious testicular action going on there. But welcome along
Hold
to
on.
the...
I got to play the music first.
Oh.
There you go.
That guy's got some sweet sandals on. We're in the studio where you can see out the window, and I just saw a guy with some sweet sandals on.
I look at sandals like that, and I think he must be a German chap.
Yeah.
Do you know? I don't know why. It's just those sandals.
Yeah, huge amounts of Velcro on them.
Yeah. Hey, welcome along to the Big Show outro, where we answer your questions. And today we've got a question from Gary, a.k.a. the Southern Shagger.
Oh, I haven't actually read this, so I'm looking forward to it.
G'day, fellas. Needing to cook dinner to impress a girl. Jace or maybe Mike, but not Sleazy Keezy. What's an easy recipe I can cook to make me look like I have some skills in the kitchen? Thanks, babes. Gary, a.k.a. the Southern Shagger.
The Southern Shagger. I wonder if that's on his Tinder profile. Yeah, I don't know. It's a good one, isn't it? See, you could say that what you would do is you'd get your Uber service to drop off something delicious, but the problem is Uber Eats is such a garbage service.
Yeah.
That by the time it arrives, it'll be off. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It'll be mouldy.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't do that. What's you know what? A risotto is a really easy one. You guys have bagged a risotto,
Yeah,
but I know some great risotto recipes which you'd have with a lemon basil risotto that you'd have with fish.
Yeah, nice. In a similar vein, I'm a big fan of the paella.
Oh, sure.
You know what I mean? And
That's a lot of work
you
at
have-
paella, though, isn't
you've
it?
got to pay attention.
Yeah.
Do you
Sure.
have a paella pot?
Yes, I
The
do
pan, the
actually.
big
Really?
pan,
Yeah, I do.
But it feeds enough for about 100 people, though.
That's
doesn't it?
right.
They're big.
Well, that's
Well, it
the,
depends if she's a big eater.
But
If she's
the-
a big unit and she's hungry for some paella.
hey, at the end of the day, though,
See?
once they've had it, you could make her you give her a Tupperware container
Oh,
to
a doggy
take home,
bag.
a little doggy bag,
Yeah.
and that'll really impress the ladies. But
Throw it out on the porch and then slam the door behind her. Is that what you're saying?
and risotto, yeah. Look, I mean, Keezy and I, we haven't had a good one yet.
No,
I'm
Well,
amazed by that.
Actually, I think I have had one good one, but the majority have been gluggy.
Yeah. Tasteless.
Just tasteless,
Oh, tasteless.
horrible,
Horrible.
just not
You're going the wrong
good.
places. I would give you a real good one, Hoity.
Would you?
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Wouldn't mind getting a piece of that, actually.
Yeah.
Tasty.
I bet.
Shit, you'll be back for seconds, I'll tell you what.
Well, I remember you telling me, because we were talking about this the other day, actually, the old risotto and the fact that you had a lot of ingredients going on, if I recall.
There are a lot of ingredients. In
Yeah.
it. Well, I mean, it's
'Cause
not.
you
You
gotta
got
have-
your
you gotta have your stock.
You
Yes.
got your vermouth, but you can do a white wine
Oh.
with that instead of a vermouth. That gives a
Okay.
bit of pep in there.
That's different.
Your red onion, your parmesan, your mascarpone cheese, which is key.
Yeah, okay.
Obviously your basil, zest of a couple of lemons, and the juice of one.
What's the, in terms of your risotto, what's your primary flavour?
It's lemon and basil.
Okay, so
Yeah.
so in terms of like, for
So
me,
you
a
match that
paella,
with you match that with a fish.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
match that with a
nice.
fish.
yeah,
Beautiful.
very nice. You see, when I do a paella, I have like seafood.
Yeah.
Your prawns.
Prawns, yeah.
Chorizo? Sausages?
Yeah, sausage,
Yeah.
chorizo,
Yeah.
sausage, that sort of thing.
Yeah,
Similar thing.
you could give her some dog roll.
Dog. Look, you could put that in your paella. You wouldn't know because there'd be so many other good flavours.
That's the thing.
It'd be like dog roll in your paella would be like surimi in your kind of
Surimi.
Surimi.
Is that fake
Did
crab?
you just say
Yeah.
surimi? What is it?
surimi. You know, it's
Fake
like
crab, is it?
Fake
fake
crab.
crab.
I never
meat.
heard of that.
Have you really?
Nah.
It's like the red sort of.
Oh, yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
yeah,
You'll get it in a
surimi.
chowder.
Is
to
that
like-
the stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You often
know-
get it in a laksa.
Putting dog roll into your paella instead of chorizo is it's like a princess and the pea situation, isn't it? You know the princess and the pea, Keezy?
Is that the one who put a pea under the mattress?
And she could feel it. She felt like there was 100 cushions, but she could feel it because she was a princess. She knew that there was a bit of discomfort there, sort of 80 cushions down. So if your date can taste, she goes, this dog roll, you know you got a good one there. You got a real princess.
Yeah, totally.
Hey.
Speaking of peas, I like those in my paella as well.
Peas, nah.
Yeah.
No.
Disgusting.
I don't like
Yep.
peas in anything.
Mate.
The only thing I like peas in is the bin. Or if they're fresh peas, out
Fresh
of the
peas,
pods, got to be
yes.
out of the pod,
Oh,
then I'll eat
fresh
them.
from my garden.
Frozen.
Just pop those.
Nah.
Oh, mate, come on.
Frozen
No,
peas are
It
fine.
is. It
No.
is.
With
It is
gravy.
a little
No.
refreshing pop of
Shit
flavour
house.
in there. No.
Shit house.
No.
Freezing it
No.
ruins it.
Fresh-
Freezing it
no.
ruins the
I
vegetable.
agree. I'm talking about fresh peas from the pod.
Oh, fresh peas, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
completely
thank you.
agree. But
Yeah.
frozen peas, frozen carrots, frozen corn, you try serving that shit up at my house, mate. Teeth
Look-
down the back of the throat time.
I've got no issue with frozen peas at all, actually.
They're delicious.
I think frozen peas are acceptable.
If you have it roast and there's a sea of gravy with some peas floating in it.
Hey, can we
amazing.
operate a... but I know what the scumbags in New Zealand are going to say. They're going to say, yeah, frozen peas are good. But it'll be interesting to see. Shaka Zulu, can we run a Instagram post on that?
Just frozen peas?
Just frozen
yes or no?
peas, yes or no?
Yeah.
Um,
Beautiful.
But yeah, I think
Or BK.
Oh, shit.
You just go BK.
Take her out to BK. What are you doing, man?
Yeah,
Because
man,
from
just-
the sounds of it, if there's one thing that this chick would love, it's a Whopper!
Don't forget the Hauraki Big Show at gmail.com and Hauraki Big Show on Instagram if you've got any questions. Thanks.